Have you failed to drop a nuke? Well, this is your last chance. You have one more opportunity in this season to drop a nuke in Modern Warfare 3, so I'm going to give you a 5-step program that will help even the most casual players finally get a nuke in all the wards, which do transfer over to Black Ops 6 Warzone. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you a few bonus tips that are incredibly helpful in successfully completing a nuke contract. Step 1. The streak. To get a new contract, you either need 30 wins total within a single season or 5 wins in a row. For the purposes of this video, we'll focus on the tips that will help you get 5 wins in a row because it's easier to hit a total of 30 wins in a season if you're winning more games in a row. The streak is one of the most difficult aspects of the nuke itself, especially for players who are not a total sweat or are playing with friends who just aren't very good. We all have those, but I promise these tips make it possible for even the most casual player who's just trying to have fun after a long day of work. First, when you hop into a game and you're about to jump out of the plane, look at the map and you'll want to find an intel contract. Complete the contract and you'll pick up a bunker key card. Now these bunkers are really important and they're marked by a big white question mark on your map. Open the bunker with the key card and search for Foresight. Once you pick up Foresight, you're going to want to activate it and you'll be able to see where the game is going to end. Now this is a really important aspect to streaking and nuking in general. Now, after you've done that, it's time to loot up. Find as much money as possible and be on the lookout for a portable buy. These are immensely helpful during endgame, so if you do see one on the floor, make sure you grab one of them. While you're looting, you'll also want to get your loadout, and once you think you have enough money, you can group up with your squad. You'll all want to start making your way to the final circle and find a building that's easier to defend. One with a rooftop and limited access points is definitely preferable, but any building will do depending on how good your team is. This way of playing can be a bit boring, but we're not chasing personal kill records here. We're just trying to get a streak going. So you can stray a bit and take on some fights, but if you consider yourself a mid-level player or just really a casual player or someone who's not the best in gunfights, I would just stay in one place with your squad. You can use bouncing betties if you want to stop enemies from pushing through that limited access point, and you want to pop the portable buy if you have it either on the roof or really near the building so that you can buy teammates back and ammo boxes or plate boxes, salves, all these things that you might need at the end of the game. Finally, you really need to be communicating with your team and holding out other teams as they work their way into the final zone. This is the most surefire way for any team to get more wins and start a streak. So these are the beginning tips for streaking. Step 2. So you have the nuke contract and it's time to do it. I recommend running the nuke with a full squad. It can be a bit more hectic if you're not playing with 3 other players. So you'll want to start the game by having one player land on the helicopter. Now that player should be the one who's actually pulling the nuke contract. They're the ones that should be flying towards the contract as soon as possible. The other 3 players on the squad should complete a contract, whether it's a bounty, scavenger, or a intel contract, and get the bunker key card again that we talked about earlier. Head to the bunker, pick up Foresight so you know where the game is ending, same as before. Right after your team grabs Foresight, you need to pick up the new contract. The first element is called BE. You do not need to rush picking up this element because once you do, everyone on the map is going to know where the element is, so take your time. Use the Geiger counter to find the element. If you're heading in the right direction, the Geiger counter will continue to go up until you find the element in a loot box just like this. After you do, pick it up, mark the center of the zone, and fly that element to the center of the zone. You want to leave it in an open field, an open area, so that later on you can come back and pick up the element. Now, here's the second important step to the first element. While some players of the squad are trying to locate and move the first element, the rest of your squad should be looting cash and buying a loadout. You should also be buying a self, utility boxes, and gulag kits if you already died and come back. And again, be on a lookout for a portable buy. These are insanely helpful for nuke runs. So once you have BE and you've looted, it's time to start the second element. Step 3. The second element. Second element is called T, and the way you get it is by drilling into a safe. When you pick up the first element, either you or one of your teammates should already be towards the center of zone where T is going to pop up. As you can see here, one of our teammates is already far north on the map so that he can start the drilling process as soon as we pick up BE. While one of your teammates flies to the center of zone, everyone else should be heading to T to help drill out this element. While it's drilling, try your best to clear out any teams that are in the general area. It just makes life a lot easier if while you're drilling, you're also looking to take on some gunfights. It's really important to have some UAVs at this point so you know know what's going on around you. You can hunt down or look for solo players that are split from their team so you can get some easy kills. It's really just good to clear out and get as many people out as you possibly can. Once you've cleared out some teams near you, the safe should be done drilling. Do not pick up the element right away. And I want to emphasize this. Do not pick up the element right away. Wait for the third zone to fully close. This is because you want to force a better spawn for the bomb site. And the longer you wait, the more likely it is to fall center zone. It's also important to communicate these types of things during the game to your teammates. It starts to become somewhat hectic at this point with teams chasing after you. So it's really easy to forget simple things. That's why you need to just communicate what you're doing and take a breath. You have more time than you think, and after the third zone finally closes, pick up T and you're ready for the third and final element. Step 4, the third element. The third element and final element is PU. It's definitely the easiest element to pick up. All you have to do is shoot down the attack helicopter. So get to a safe spot, have everyone on your team dump their mags into it. It should come down fairly fast. And once it's down, you can open the crate and pick up PU. And now it's best at this point to have a car, a helicopter, or a portable zip line, anything that's going to make it easier and safer to get to the bomb site, because this is going to be where the game starts to get really intense. Step 5. Arming and defending the nuke. This is the craziest and most exciting part of the game. So once you get to the nuke site, you and your team will want to find a building that overlooks the bomb site. At this point, you want to have some salves, ammo boxes, and some streaks. The best 3 streaks to have are mortars, airstrikes, and bunker busters. My preference is airstrikes. It's just nicer to have, but bunker busters aren't bad. Mortars are eh. Once you're on the roof or in the building, put down the portable buy. Then one person, the player who has all the elements, needs to go arm the bomb. While they're arming the nuke, your team should be throwing smoke grenades on top of them and putting down airstrikes or mortars so that they can safely arm the nuke, because there's going to be players trying to kill them as they're arming the nuke, so you want to give them as much protection as possible. Once the nuke is armed, all hell is going to break loose. I'm going to say it again. You have more time than you think, and you need to communicate with your team. As you can see here, I'm asking my squad to tell me what they needed to buy. Let me know what you guys need, just call it out. My job here was to buy anyone who died back and defend the roof. I was also responsible for putting down airstrikes to kill anyone trying to defuse it. And as you can see here, everyone I buy back is just sending the bomb, trying to kill anyone who's laying down trying to defuse the nuke. So you'll want to buy people back, and those players will want to just cause as much distraction on the bomb site as possible. At the last minute, you may have to send it on your own to try to cause a bit more chaos. And if you time everything correctly, use all your streaks, grenades, and smokes, play together as a team, and stay calm in the moment, you have a legitimate chance to successfully complete the nuke contract, and you can finally celebrate. But before you go off and try to drop a nuke, here are a few quick bonus tips to give you an even greater advantage. Number 1, have at least one player on your team run a thermal optic. This will help you while you're defending the nuke and there are all these teams running in to defuse the bomb and they're in smoke. You can easily pick them off with a thermal. Number 2, take as few gunfights in the beginning and the middle of the game to ensure you have enough money, health, and streaks to defend the nuke. Number 3, when you leave BE in the field and have to pick it up later in the game, use the LTV trucks to grab it. You can use 2 just like this in case one gets shot up while you're trying to get out. One player should jump out and grab the element, and then you can drive away and head to the bomb site. Number 4, just have fun. A new contract is one of the most difficult challenges in Warzone. You're going to fail a few times, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. And if you use these tips, you'll get it done before Black Ops 6 comes out. If this video helped you out at all, let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe. It helps immensely with the channel. I appreciate you, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.